Hi, voice is audible.
What?
Voice is audible.
Yeah. Is my voice audible?
Yeah, yeah. Not a problem.
Awesome.
So, how are you doing?
Just woke up. It's good.
Okay. We'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll allow people to join. कितने हुए? 94. Then I think so. Nidhi, I've got 100.
How's your day going?
Going good. Going Sunday. A bit of off and a bit of classes going on. Fine.
Okay.
So how many people have joined? 107. So I think so. Nidhi will make a beginning at least
Yeah.
because we have got 100 plus.
Hmm.
Okay. So, good evening to one and all present. Thank you for joining. Today we have live with us Nidhi Gani. So, me from Aryan Coaching Academy, we are starting a podcast, and the topic what we are just felt like me and Nidhi decided to start it with discovering yourself. Eventually, with flow, you'll realize what was the need to pick this topic. The podcast we are starting with the banner of Gyan Ki Pathshala. So, in that first topic, discovering yourself. So, a small introduction about Nidhi. so, I think so. Probably it was 2000 and if I'm not wrong, 2005 or 4 when I met her, and it so happened that we met at a debate competition, and then we met eventually 2 or 3 months down the line. Again, we met in a quiz competition, and then again we continued to meet frequently. And it so happened that unfortunately, she always was the winner in the finale, and I was always a loser. Well,
Second.
uh, that is how we got along well. Since then, we maintained a good touch with each other. We were always in touch. But unfortunately, we were in different colleges. She was in RLS, I was in GSS. She was in KLE, I was in GIT. But still, we often met frequently. And to me, today, it's almost 4.5 years, 5 years. I'm in this teaching line. And when I was in 12th, there are 2, 3 persons which I can never forget who brought a big change in my life. So I was a very much a pessimistic person. One big role played by who is played by Nidhi in my life. So that special place will always be there. That what I am. Like Nidhi has a very bigger role to play in my life at least. So I'm thankful to her. Coming to her, that is how we met. Coming to her education, she's finished her being from KLE in biotechnology. After that, she went abroad for MS. She did an MS in regulatory affairs. Uh, she has won. She's won a prize from United Nations in 2011, and she was called by government of India for related to a talk on regulatory affairs. I think so 2018, right, Nidhi? You were in India as a
Yeah.
delegate for government of India, right?
Yeah. 2000.
And she was addressing around 300 to 400, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. Yeah. The
So
topic was Make in India opportunities for drugs, biologics, and medical devices.
yeah, so that was from Making India, I think so, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. It was a collaboration between Make in India and Innovative Your Curious. We'll talk more about them later on if we happen to talk about it. But they're also an organization which they're like a think tank for healthcare in India.
Okay. So that is it. So that's how we got just uh, still connected with each other, and we often frequently speak with each other. How many we got? 157. Yeah. Fine. So Nidhi will begin.
Okay, then.
The topic says discovering yourself and shaping mindsets. To me, I'm almost in 4.5 years, and one thing I have found in very much common in kids is that they are not able to identify what they want to pursue further in life, and that is most common to everyone of maximum of them at that age. So thoda sa can you help in giving how do you introspect, how do they begin what to do next, or how do they identify their interests?
Right. So, see here, during our times, you know how in schools and colleges we always had competitions, right? Be it debate, be it elocution, be it presentation competition or extempores. We used to have a lot of competitions during our time in schools and
True.
colleges. So we used to
True,
have a
true.
lot of exposure that time, and
Ah.
we used to participate willingly. Nobody used to force us. There was so much excitement in us to participate in these competitions, which that's what now I'm not aware if these competitions are still uh, organized by schools or not. So those, I think, is the first step for your exposure. But having said that, not necessary that you have to depend on schools and colleges to have competitions. The more the idea for you to that develop your interests or even introspect your interests is for you to gain exposure. Exposure here is the keyword, right? How you gain exposure is important. It comes with your friends, and these days you have internet. You have any topic that you google, you get to know. You read on news that, oh, economy is down. What is economy? We don't know what is economy. That begins your first step to even explore, begins right there. To google the word economy, it begins right there. And sports is, I think, a basic need for any person to explore themselves. Any kind of sports. It could be chess, it could be badminton, tennis, volleyball, basketball. There are so many sports you have that you can explore yourself, because this is not just for your own it also relaxes your mind here. So
Ah.
being able to question is important. Anything, any new word you read, you need to know what is it. That is where your
So
interest begins.
so you're telling that we need to build that curiosity. There has to be a curiosity to know. That is the first point you feel to.
The
Through
curiosity.
curiosity to drive that.
Yes, yes. See, this is your curiosity will build when you will start to, when you yourself will start to explore, and curiosity should always drive you. Your like the essence of being a human is curiosity. Like, think about it. All the subjects that you study today, be it astronomy, physics, chemistry, biology, it all began because of curiosity. If we humans in the earlier times were not curious, how did fire even get invented? How was wheel invented? Right? It was all curiosity that how can we do better? How do we push ourselves now? It all comes from there. And this need not be a big thing that, oh, now I'm going to move mountains or climb Mount Everest. It's more about even just understanding that, okay, how can I climb Mount Everest? Are people able to climb Mount Everest? It's the highest in the world. So something, then you will get to know that, oh, mountaineering, mountain climbing is a sport. It is a career also. So such exploration is required from young minds, which
So you feel that it is important to have an open mindset to readily accept it first. They should not have a herd mentality. They should be open to accept things readily.
yeah, yeah. Right. See, we are only exposed to engineering, medicine. That's about it. And that also, we don't know what exactly electronics and communication means in engineering, what computer science is going to teach us. We have no idea about that. We have only heard those subjects. And even in medicine. For medicine, also, people think that they're very complicated biology words, and that's about it, and it does not have maths. So those are two things that we really know about these subjects also, which are so widely studied in India. So really being able to understand every word of what it means, going in depth, and this is where you start to build your network also. You can reach out to
True.
people, ask them what is it. Like, for example, my father was like, study economics. I didn't have the understanding that what is economics. I did not even ask. And today I'm like, that would have been such a great decision for me. But uh, the first step is to ask, which we don't ask.
And that is what kid lacks nowadays. मेरा बाजू वाला क्या सोचेगा अगर मैं सवाल पूछूंगा तो that is the biggest problem.
Right, that is so, yeah. Kids need to understand that no questions are stupid. No questions are stupid at all. And at every phase of life, you will not know so many things, like, because you will change, you would have changed your careers so many times, you would have changed technologies so many times. You have to ask questions. I've myself experienced this multiple times, because I belong to a course where it's like, see, my subject is regulatory affairs, where I have to learn new technology in every different company I go to. And this time I joined a company where I had to study software, digital health. I'm a biology student. I had to ask basic questions like, where is all the data stored? How is it stored? And I am not able to understand how is data stored, because it's all virtually in the cloud. I'm like, I'm not able to make sense. So learning from scratch is very, very important at every phase of life. Beginner's mindset in everything.
You spoke about networking. Can you throw some more light how in your case networking helped you in shaping your mindset, or help you in making your career? In short, not entire career, but somewhere it keeps on adding you some inputs here there when you build your network. How do you feel that? Can you give an example from in your case, or illustrate a bit how networking would help them at that? Because today when I see kids are within their four walls, they don't want to have interaction. I remember at a time I used to participate in chess competition, quiz, debate. That is how we used to create network, know each other, know their interests, share each other views. But today, what I'm finding is that in these kids, they lack that interest to know it or to create a network.
Yeah, see, the one reason why they lack interest, I feel, is because the information is available so easily. They feel like, why should I even ask somebody? Because I can just Google. But the information that this person will give you with their experience is going to be very different from what you'll find on Wikipedia. That's a starting point. Google is definitely a starting point, because yeah, you can't just find a person. But after that, you have to network. By network, as in just, even like, for example, how many times you have referred students to me to talk about biotechnology, and many times I have introduced them to new people because I don't know enough about that particular subject, even in biotechnology. So I would refer them to that person. This is where network effect comes into play, right? For example, biotechnology I studied, and when I came to the US, I had actually originally come to study microbiology and immunology, biotechnology. But I was sitting beside a person and I began talking to him, and he said he's studying regulatory affairs. And I didn't know what was regulatory affairs. So I was like, can you tell me what is regulatory affairs? When he explained what regulatory affairs was, like, so regulatory affairs is basically a combination of law and management, where any product that you build, you bring it out to the market, right? But how do you know that product is safe? A job of regulatory affairs is to build that. So that's where I realized
this was that networking part that helped you to pursue your MS in regulatory affairs.
Say that again, sorry.
It was through your networking and knowing that interest to know what you decided to pursue MS in regulatory affairs.
Instantly I decided. I spoke to this person who was sitting beside me in orientation, and he's like, I'm doing regulatory affairs. And I instantly knew that this is what I have been wanting to do always. This is what struck so much interest and curiosity in me that I changed my whole application to regulatory affairs, and today I'm a regulatory affairs professional. So even that's the network that you need. By networking, it does not mean the kind of people you know. It's about the ability to go and approach somebody. That is very important. Approaching somebody is important. And trust me, people are willing to go beyond and above to help you, because everybody wants to help somebody, and it is in their own selfish interest, just to feel good about themselves. They will help you, but that's the thing. The point is, help is available very easily.
For that, the first priority, I feel like they should have an open mindset to readily accept the things rather than having a closed mindset. Plus, get involved and connected with the like-minded people who are ready with it, rather than hanging out with friends and just chit-chatting. And I'm not against chit-chatting, but spending your time in a relevant manner, which will help
Definitely.
you add any type of skills, or at least widen your horizon of thinking.
Absolutely, because what happens, like, I've been in India for 22 years. All I really, like, most of my time was involved with talking to friends, only talking to friends. But when I came here, I realized that people have done so much in their lives. By the time they were 22, they had 2, 3 other professions that they could pursue because it was their hobby. Like, so they're so good. India does not have a culture of hobbies, which is very, very, very important. Not just to, like, exposure, but it helps you to relax. Hobbies give you new ideas. Then you can
Correct.
combine 2 or 3 different things and do something else with it. Hobbies are very, very important.
So one way we can tell that if you want to really know what further you want to pursue, first thing I feel, then you should first introspect yourself. What amuses you? What drives you? First thing, if still you are not able to identify with that, the second step would be try out different things and try to know whether you are able to do it, whether it is fun driving. If no, then at least you are very clear that okay, I'm not made for this. Let's keep this apart and try something else. So at least we should make an effort of trying different. Maybe if I'm studying along with that, maybe I can think of dancing. Maybe I can give a try for karate or something else. But have something, keep on trying till you are able to identify what drives you passionately. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. See, there are some things that you might like, but you are not good at. And that's so these are things that you will get to know that, oh, I thought I liked this, but I'm not good at it. And it's fine. You can keep pursuing that because you like it. Need not be that you just leave something because you're not good at it. So then there are things that you are good at. So you can combine both of these things, or you can pursue them separately. Like, for example, Akshay himself, right? I mean, he's a mechanical engineer. Please, Akshay, go ahead and tell your story where how you knew what your interest was, but you also knew what you were not good at and where you are today, right?
Yeah, I've tried out so many things, so many different things, right? From being a mechanical engineer, share market, the world is completely different. You come from a science background, that is a entire commerce background. There is no linking much, but then it was my interest to know what makes that red and green driving up and down, and then started spending time. It was purely out of curiosity to know more. And next thing was when I had a doubt. I don't remember going to any big technical gurus in those fields. The simple thing was just Google it, spend time, no more. If you have a doubt in that, again Google the same word, new word, keep on Googling it, we'll get your answers. So I felt that curiosity was one thing definitely, but along with that curiosity, I never had that in my mind like, will this help me making money? So at the beginning, when you make a start, don't have that mindset in you that everything what I will pursue will money definitely follow. Pursue it with the interest what you want to do. Eventually, if you develop interest, if you keep on going, keep on pursuing, definitely I assure you that money will definitely follow on its own.
Right. One
So
person is
because
asking
today
you.
people,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah. Go on.
One person is asking, sticking to one thing can't make it interesting. It definitely makes it more interesting because you start to understand more about the subject, and then you start to love the subject more, and then you start to become good at it, and then you automatically start to love it, and that's when it becomes your career also at one point. But first comes job, then comes passion, then comes you becoming like really good at it and best at it. There are a lot of people who can stick to one thing, there are people who cannot stick to one thing, and both of these people are very, very important in the world. One person is a
There has to
specialist,
be a balance.
the other person is like a multi-potentialite. He or she can try different things and be okay with it. One person will find a calling in the first go, doesn't matter. Both are going to live a fulfilled life if they decide to.
So, thoda sa I would sum up here what I could interpret from all is that pursue, try to have an open mindset to readily accept things, and even if you fail, that is fine. That is a part of life. There is nothing wrong in it in failing. Okay, right? True. So keep on exploring different avenues where if you are able to identify what drives you.
Failure is very, very important. Success is, I mean, it's a cliche thing, but somebody, I forgot the person's name, but this very famous person said that success is moving from failure to failure with enthusiasm. What is failure? Like, what is failure? If I've spent 10 months learning gardening and then I'm like, okay, I don't like it, how have I failed? Like, what is failure really? So I don't know, what do you call failure as?
Okay. I would like to take a step ahead and what I observe in today's generation is that I am facing a bit problem in this. I'm not much satisfied with the kids. They are either involved in okay, studies are part of a curriculum, that is fine. Other than that, it is much of more of watching videos on YouTube or else games. Other than this too, I find it so difficult to convince कि यार इसके बाहर भी एक दुनिया एग्जिस्ट करता है. कभी बुक्स पढ़ो. मैं पढ़ाई की बात नहीं करता हूँ. Other than that, cultivate a habit of reading. So that has been an issue since 4.5 years. People are not interested in now this generation, and they don't want to cultivate that habit of reading. Other than their curriculum.
Right. Before answering that, there are a lot of people who are asking questions. So you guys will have like 10 minutes, 15 minutes
to ask we'll have a question and answer session at the end of that 10 minutes. True.
Absolutely.
So we'll take your questions after last 10 minutes of this session. We'll take your questions.
All your questions will be answered. So see, right, today, like, even we are part of that generation only, where it's so easy to get involved, like sucked in YouTube and Instagram, because there is so much content there, and it's not like the content ends after you watch one video. Automatically there's another one starting, so you can't stop, right? That's how it is designed. That's the way it is designed, for you to not stop watching. So you really need to, this is something that has to come from within. I'm not against watching YouTube videos or Instagram videos, because it helps you engage your mind in gaining information, in also visuals. Also, when somebody is speaking, how they're talking, you can gain a lot of skills from that. But there is somewhere you have to draw a line, because you have to engage all your other senses also, be it like with respect to reading. Reading is like a fuel. Reading is literally a fuel. It fuels you into driving your curiosity. It fuels you into giving you new ideas and thoughts. If you're reading two different books of very, very different genres, you can connect them both at some point and come up with a new idea. Reading helps you form your own thoughts. Watching videos, you are always consuming somebody else's thoughts. This is why you need to read. Yeah, this is exactly why you need to read, to have your own thoughts. And tomorrow, especially your generation, you are the future of tomorrow. The country, the world is dependent on you. And if you are consuming information and not having your original thoughts, then I think it is very sad plus dangerous for the whole humanity, I think.
At the same time, you're hindering your thought process. You're not allowing your thoughts to flow, and that will definitely affect.
Yep, absolutely. Because we, especially in India, we live in a culture where always you're like, because I said so, you do this. Because I've said this, you do. It happens in schools, it happens in colleges. We don't have the exposure to form our own thoughts, and that can happen only if you will read, not if you are only going to consume videos and informations. You even, like, if you have watched a video, stop there, think about what that person said, learn more about that subject. What are your thoughts about it? That's very important.
That will make you creative. in your thoughts.
Yep. That is going to make you what, and you don't always have to agree with what the person said because you have your original thoughts. And
You can
most
have your views always.
when you have your original thoughts, it's important for you to understand that it's your thought, it's your opinion. It is not right, it is not wrong. That is also a very important thought process that you have to follow.
Still, at the same time, sometimes I feel they are just restricting themselves within this three word curriculum, watching videos, playing games, reading. Okay, one thing said. Next thing I feel that they are least interested to participate, and they have a stage fear. If I'm not able to speak, what will people think if I speak in public, if I go wrong? So what do you feel like? At least let's not talk about my experience because every day I meet them, every day I talk, I keep on telling. That's a different story. But from your end, like speaking, soft skills, working on them, tackling your stage fear. Uh, do you think how that is going to play a vital role in the coming years, irrespective of whatever career profession they choose, whether it is science, commerce, art? What are your views on that?
Soft skills are very, very important, right? Because again, in our country, we are more about math, science, and these subjects. We are not about learning to, like, how do I talk to a person? We don't know. Today, if I'll ask some student to approach a person, they will hesitate. They won't know because I myself have experienced this, right? Here, when I came to the US and I had to network, literally they've put all of us in the same room and they're like, go network. There is so much opportunity to network, but I was scared. Initially, I was to just stand and be okay, just standing there. How do I approach? Because there are a group of people talking. How do I enter that group of people? So learning these skills is this skill is important because see, then you're not able to, you're missing out on everybody else's knowledge, not just your knowledge. You're missing out on everybody else's knowledge. That is so
Correct,
important.
correct.
So these soft skills you have to develop from today. And it's very simple. All you have to do is be like, hey, I'm so and so, and I heard that this is what your topic of interest is, and do you mind if I can pick your brain on it? I want to know more about this subject. How happy the person will be to talk to you, to tell you everything that they know about a subject, right? So something like that is
It is very important to
very
make
important.
that first step.
It's very important to make that first step.
Taking that initiation of speaking first.
Yes, and that begins at school, that begins in college. It begins when a professor is asking you a question and you hesitate to raise your
Answer.
that
Thinking
why you
what will
hesitate.
my bajuwala think about me if I don't know? He will feel ashamed about it.
Right. If Bajuwala is thinking if Bajuwala is thinking that you are stupid, then the Bajuwala is stupid, really. That's the actual thing. And see, most importantly,
And at the end of the day, I tell you, he won't be coming your entire life, right? It is just a part of a journey. 1 or 2 years he'll be with you. After that, it is your life which you have to lead. So it doesn't matter really what will my bajuwala think about me.
no, and see, it is important to be comfortable with what my Bajuwala is thinking about me. Because at every given point of time, there is always going to be a Bajuwala who is always going to be thinking something about you. All the time. All the time. So now,
Irrespective whether you do something or you don't do anything.
yeah, so what, you live in fear of being laughed at. You'll get stupid and stupid. You'll get more stupid because you are not asking questions. So, and not just, see, this soft skill that you develop, right, it is very important even when you join a corporate industry also. Tomorrow you have to present your idea. Imagine you're a founder, you have an idea, you have to pitch it to your investor. You're going to be bothered about your investor laughing at you? No. So it's a lot of people don't even have girlfriends today or boyfriends today because they don't know how to approach. See, that skill comes handy everywhere. Like if you go to a bar and you want to approach a girl or a guy, what are you going to do? Like, how are you going to approach, right? It's very important.
Right. So
So
rather than restricting ourselves within that four walls, it is important to start a conversation, exchange your ideas, be a part of any competition. It will help you to exchange his or her views. You will come to know their perception. He will come to know someone else's perception, and that will, I don't know, somehow it will an idea might hit you. Something might happen related to that.
yeah. See, that's the thing, right? Because if you have been talking to 10 different people and getting 10 different perspectives, then you start to question your own perspective, which is very important. In today's world, we don't question our own perspective. It's And when you have 10 different perspectives, suddenly some idea will strike you. Like, say, okay, for example, now me itself, I have been gardening for the past 1 year now, just small scale gardening, and I'm getting into
Yeah,
sustainable
I
living.
I saw that beautiful, colorful tomatoes.
Right. And I'm getting into more sustainable living because I'm passionate about climate change. These are new interests that I have developed today. But I know how I can combine these both today and come up with a business idea, right? Because I can very well combine it, and that will happen eventually. So, point being, I can combine these both, and even just making paper bags is a business idea today because it's a sustainable living and you know how to make a bag. This was such a simple skill we all learned, and today they are not giving plastic bags in grocery stores, which I really appreciate. So how else are you going to carry cloth bags and paper bags? So somebody has
So,
to make them, right?
a question here, I would like to ask a question here, seeing this. You said that maybe it is a plastic bag or sort of a bag, we can start a business. Unfortunately, in India, the culture has been so wrongly, I don't know whom to blame, whether the system, whether the society, or the wrong parenting. Being, example, just being a plumber or being a carpenter is not considered a job of dignity. And you
That's very
from
sad.
that profession, what they are, they begin to classify them on a lower grade or upper grade. That is so wrong. I mean, irrespective of whatever profession you pursue, he has an art in that which you don't have. At the same time, I don't know, in India there's a culture, I don't know whom to blame for this, but that mindset is created. Like, "Arey, yaar, wo plumber hai." Example, if tomorrow if I happen to be a father and all that, the father would never want his daughter to get married to a plumber or a
That's so
carpenter. And that's not the case. So that is not the case for in abroad. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely not here, definitely. And the reason, I'll take plumber only in India also, why and how a plumber is so important. See, imagine like you have done mechanical engineering or any other engineering, and you're very good at designing a plumbing system or just repairing some systems. How much of water is wasted in our country because of every drip, because taps don't close properly? How much water is wasted? Yeah.
True.
So imagine if you are a plumber and you are forming an association with 10 other plumbers, and in Belgaum only you have a plumber association, and what your duty is to go and make sure every month that all the taps are not, no tap is leaking, basically. How much water you have saved, that by itself is a business idea, right? You can scale it
Unfortunately,
today.
we prevail in that system where a human is valued based on the money what he earns. So
Right,
that's
right.
so hurting.
The impact a profession has is very important. It's not just having an association in Belgium. You can expand it. Then you can think about new ways of plumbing, new ways of sanitation. You can think about new kinds of screws which will not leak. Why should you go and keep repairing every time? Next, you can come up with an idea that every time there's a drip, you are notified. So you can immediately go and repair. There is so much that you can just do with one plumbing idea that you can think of.
So true. So you are trying to a small idea can be an opportunity for a big business tomorrow.
Right. Any idea, any profession can scale to a very different level. You and I have been talking about this
In this
for
teaching
so
also.
long. Yeah.
True,
Any
true.
so dignity of labor is very. I myself worked at I worked in a liquor store in the US where my job was to mop and sweep the floor and throw garbage, and it gave me $8 an hour, and I did this for 6 months. So what? Like I was able to live. I was able to pay my rent.
Hmm.
Yeah.
True. Next thing, okay, we discussed about first try to explore different avenues, have an open mindset to accept things, give some thoughts within yourself, or give thoughts for new ideas, uh, be a part of the system by participating in different avenues, whatever you get an opportunity, try to grab it. Next thing, what I want to tell, like even if you participate, it is not important whether you lose or win. Finally, at the end of the day, that process of participation eventually, slowly, will reduce that stage fear. I'll take my example. I remember when I started with, I lost with you always, but today I can challenge you on physics. Yeah, the platform is open. You are most welcome. So, what is my point? My point is that eventually participation, धीरे धीरे you kill that fear within you, and you develop that attitude of okay, this is a new normal. Like, I go to stage, it's not a big thing. I've been doing this since my childhood days, and that kills the fear within you. And when that happens, you come at a comfort zone, and when you are at that comfort zone, eventually, slowly you start working on the skills, on your skills, how to speak, how to communicate. And today here I am. So that participation is important. It is irrespective whether you win or lose, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't have the platform to participate, then make a platform. By that I mean you have 10 friends, your 10 friends have 10 other friends. Form a club. Form a club where 10 of them maybe are interested in playing chess. The other 10 are maybe interested in photography. All 10 need not have a camera, right? Even if there are two cameras, just walk around the city. Walk around the city. I don't mean go in car walk around the city. There is so much you can capture. Street photography is such a interesting hobby you can have. Capture portraits, capture different people. Like there is so much you don't need a platform really. You can form your own platform. That is also
True.
another thing
I
that you.
remember we grew in the age of Harry Potter, and we had our Hogwarts club, having creating a different house, 4 houses,
Oh, they don't have that.
Hufflepuff, and all that. It was so fun. And then there is a world beyond that four walls of studying and spending time with yourself. There is so much big world around there. Try to network, have a good time spending there. But unfortunately, I don't see that. And that is the only thing which hit me so hard. I'm seeing these kids in 3 to 4 years. They are in the same thought process. Same thought process. And somehow I felt that at least let's make a small step and make a beginning. That give them a platform of exposure, how to think, what all can happen when you create a networking, how ideas can happen.
Definitely. This is a very, see, this itself, we have created a platform. This was not a platform that was given to us by anybody at this point. We thought that we should be able to
Right. And
talk
at the end of
about
the day, we always tend, sorry to interrupt, but at the end of the day, we always blame the system. The school has not done anything for us.
Yep. But you can always do it. See, the thing is, these things bring you happiness in the future. Like if you have noticed, there are so much mental health issues today in the world, and you wonder why. Because people don't have things to do, because people feel like if they do something, they have to do something big, they have to feel noticed. No, this is more for yourself. It is for you to feel good about yourself. It is for yourself to keep yourself busy, engaged, and let your curiosity drive you. Like for just even knowing 10 different types of plants is going to give you so much happiness. This is not something that you have to be told how to do. This is what gives you happiness. It
For
comes
that,
from
first priority is that you need to have that open mindset to readily accept things. That is a big problem. Like they want to restrict themselves doing that. The world that is the only the world. PUBG, playing,
That's
YouTubing.
also
And
important.
one more thing. This generation, what things are happening here is the big problem is comparison. Comparison between what you have, what I don't have. He comes in a Mercedes. I told that's what happened that a boy. एक बच्चा मर्सिडीज में आ रहा था, दूसरा बच्चा स्कूल के बस में आ रहा था, एंड उसने अगली तेरे पास मर्सिडीज नहीं है, एंड ही वेंट ऑन टू टेल हिज फादर हमारे पास मर्सिडीज नहीं है, मैं नहीं जाऊंगा स्कूल. That so wrong culture is being spread around this thing around them. It is so hurting. Like सिर्फ वो नेगेटिविटी कंपैरिजन में ही वो सारा दुनिया खत्म हो चुका है उनका. कहीं पे उनका माइंडसेट ही नहीं कि कुछ अच्छी चीजों को ले अलाउ करे वो माइंड ब्रेन को एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए.
Right, there is the culture of consumerism has come in, right? Every time they see a sale on some t-shirt or dresses, they want to immediately buy it. But we don't think about how buying such things immediately without giving a thought, we are creating such a huge impact on the planet, right? If every little thing matters. Cloth industry is the second most highest polluting industry for climate change, and we don't give a thought. We just go buy clothes because we might look good in it. But does that really give you happiness? I don't know. That if it does, then you really need to think about how else can I replace it? What do I do to let that go? And how else can I feel happy? That is important, right? And Mercedes, you might be coming in Mercedes, you might be coming in BMW, or I might be coming on cycle. We are both coming to the same place. I'm not sure why is the mode of transport so important. Like, we need to remember that comparison is a thief of joy. If this is what you are going to have in your mind, then I think it will take you places.
It will eventually not make you happy. It will eventually hurt you. And what is the meaning getting involved in such thought processes which is eventually going to hurt you? Have that mindset to let go. It is very important in life to, there are certain things which you should let go.
Yes.
And not allow that negativity to enter inside your brain. And spread everything positivity. You also have to be positive first.
I've learned this the hard way. I used to wear a silver ring on my hand, and one day I was washing my hand and it just fell in the sink, and that sink didn't have a filter. It just fell away, and I have learned to, after that, nothing. No materialistic thing is important.
Okay, we are actually short of time. We just have 15 minutes.
Let's do Q&A.
I will before we end this talk and have a small rapid fire round for you, and then we'll take questions for 10 minutes. Within this 45 minutes what we had. So how would you like to sum up? Any key points, any key takeaways?
Yeah. So see, be fully present in what you're doing, be it photography, be it studies, be fully present. That moment you be there.
That's
don't think about
100% be with that. True. What you're doing, 100% with that.
Right. Don't think of something else while you're doing something. That is very important. So be present. Let curiosity drive you, not money. Let curiosity drive you. If necessity is the mother of invention, then curiosity is the father of invention. So remember that, and ask for help, ask for answers, and ask to know more, because the more you know, the more you will know. This is important to remember, and that's all I have.
Okay, so we'll have a small rapid fire round for you. What is your favorite pastime?
My favorite pastime these days is gardening. It is gardening during the summer, but during winters, I don't know. Right now, I'm thinking of a new hobby. Maybe I'm trying to get into quilting.
Okay, your favorite book?
My favorite. I recently read a book called As Brave Not Perfect. So that is about you don't have to be perfect, but you have to be brave, and you have to.
So it is good sometimes to be not perfect. Imperfect
Yes, why
sometimes
you have?
is good.
If we were perfect, we would be machines. We have invented machines to be perfect. Not we have to be.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I remember one book which you referred me was The Secret, and that played a very vital role in me changing me what I was and what I am now. So definitely,
Absolutely.
I would suggest read the book The Secret. Right? It was you who suggested me. Actually, read it. It will change the whole perception of seeing the things, seeing
Yeah.
the world.
It definitely.
That was one point. That is one point where networking helped me. Right. So get involved. Be open to things to readily accept. And if it's something bad, have the attitude to let it go.
Hmm. Hmm. Move
Yeah.
on.
I come back to my next question. Your role model in life.
Okay, honestly, I don't have a role model. I
Okay.
not believed in having role models, not big because I have multiple role models. Every person I meet, I try to take something good from
So
them.
there are some
That becomes
small things from every moment which you
small
learn
things you imbibe
with
from
time.
people, and then you're like, okay, that
True.
is because no person like role model, then you become a man worshipper. Anything you say about that person, you start to get personal. Like
What
right
what is
now,
the thing you love most about yourself?
my impatience. I really like my impatience because that makes me try new things always. Like it's like I'm always trying 2 3 different new things at the same time. That's because I'm impatient.
You were
If
never with me. You were never with me that way.
no, but I'm fully present when I'm talking to somebody or when I'm doing something, I'm fully present. But I have to be doing 2 3 things at the same time, not like at that moment, but during that
Okay.
say 1 week I will
So
be doing 2 3
what
things.
what is the one thing that you would like to change within you?
That would be again the impatience itself, because yeah, that restlessness definitely needs to like calm down and be more give more time to one thing rather than
Okay. Which,
keep on.
which is the one thing you miss about India?
I miss my friends, definitely. That is really the one thing that I miss about India.
If there was a time turner like Harry Potter, which one thing would you like to change
I would
in the past?
change. I yeah. I would have studied economics and political science and not biotechnology.
Okay, okay. What is the one thing you like about me, and the one thing which you don't like about me?
One thing I like
Of
about
course,
you is the passion that you have to teach and the passion to bring change to children's mindset, which I really admire. And that's why I think we are even friends for so long. One thing I don't like about you is you have been very negative in the past, but that is you have
that's the
changed
past.
a lot, right? And so I
That was the
think
past.
that's good now. That's good. That's good.
To
And
present, talk about present. What one thing you want to change about it?
you still worry a lot about the future. That's one thing that you would change about you.
Calm down, settle down. Things will go with flow.
But yeah, that's
Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm just left with. I probably have just 8 9 minutes.
that
We'll have to. That's all. We'll wind it off there. Any question and answers from your end, kids? Anything you would like to ask? Well, I'm on the other side of the mobile. How you can tell?
How to change a hobby into profession?
How to change a hobby into a profession? I think so. I'll give my example. When I started with when I started with reading just out of hobby, reading about economics, reading about share market, reading newspapers, economic times. Eventually, 3 to 4 years, that was curiosity that drove me. And finally, there was a man who told Akshay, try out giving exams, and it will help you. And I just happened to give an exam, and today that has been a good passive income. So I feel that there has to be an interest, and eventually pursue it till it drives you. Don't leave it. Be patient about it. What do you feel, Nidhi?
definitely you don't become good overnight. You have to keep digging more and more, more and more. And when you when you start to learn more about the subject, that's when it becomes your profession. And most importantly, there is no one correct profession. That is one thing we get wrong, because we all think that we have to do only one thing in life and that is your profession. No, you can do 3 things in life and all 3 can be your professions, and all 3 can be your hobbies. Like Akshay, only he has two professions and 2 hobbies, and he does both of them at the same time. So not
Yeah.
because generally we get scared that now I've chosen science, now what, that's it, my whole life I'm going to just do science. No way, that's just what you studied. That's
So next
just
question, we'll take the next question.
How to tackle failure?
How to tackle failure? Yeah, Nidhi, I think so you would answer that better. Well.
Oh yeah, see, failing. So when I came from India to the US, one of my teachers told me that I have very low standards, and
Oh.
that shocked me to another level, because in Belgium I was an overachiever. And so that was a failure
2011,
for me.
you won a United Nations prize. So no
I
doubt
was
about
that-
it. I was a direct fan of you.
And see, that for me was failure. I did not do well in 12th standard. That was also failure. But how do you
I know that very well.
important, as in, see, don't bother a lot about failure because it does not define you. That is just it's part of you. It happened. Great. What did I learn from it? Now, how do I move on? Because everybody has failed in life. Before any invention was made, there were so many failures. Yeah. Every failure adds. Own up. Most importantly, it is very, very important to own up to the
failure
failure.
as a stepping stone for success.
Own it up. Be proud that I failed, and then be loud and clear about it. That you know what, I failed.
What
I
your
don't-
society thinks.
Yeah, I just failed. Be open about it. That's where half of the thrill of people enjoying your failure is lost, because you're like, hey, I failed. Deal and move on. Nothing defines your life.
Next, we'll take the next question.
What if there is no family support?
What if there is no family support? Nidhi,
If there is no family support, you have friends to support you, and also you please reach out
I'm
to
there
Akshay
always
sir,
pockets. I've
and
told that.
you can, yeah, Akshay sir is there. Then you can reach out to me. It depends what support you are talking about also. And many times family will not support because they come from a very different mindset. So
Right.
you have to fight it, not with
I tell
words.
you the best thing when I started mutual fund. My first man was my father. Don't do that. People will stand out to collect their money. I'm telling you, you spoil my grades.
Yeah, because they
Because
don't know
that
what.
was different. Things now are different.
Yeah, things are, see, right, today more than family support, today you can do anything because you have so much exposure online, and family will say, see, family sometimes has a problem if you enter with left leg in the house. So you don't have to always bother about how much my family is supporting. You need their support, but not to an extent that you stop believing in yourself.
Believing in yourself is very important. I always did that.
Believe in yourself, yeah.
Next question. Any other questions? Any questions, kids? We just have last 4-5 minutes left. We'll have to end it then.
There is one person who asked how there are so many streams nowadays, how to choose a correct one. Again, there is no correct stream. You can choose
You have
any
to try
stream.
out.
Yeah, choose any stream that interests you the most. Tomorrow your interest will change. It is fine. Then you can do something else also. It's
At
not
least
like,
you will know what not to do in life.
yeah. See, I've studied with people who
The
were
number of headaches will reduce.
40 years of age when I was 22. It really doesn't matter. Today you feel like you like coding, go for it. Today you feel like you like commerce, go for it. You feel like you have to study economics, go for it. I mean, it's not like after today your life is
Yeah.
ending.
One point here I would like to add is I feel one problem with the kids is that they definitely make a beginning. But the problem with is with that perseverance and patience to continue to do it. So that is the biggest problem I find. Like they started with whole interest within themselves, but as time prevails, that eventually come down. So I feel that you need to give time, you need to spend things with whatever fascinates you, and then only you'll be able to correctly identify whether really am I made for this or not. So don't pursue it with just हाँ वो मेरा दोस्त कर रहा है तो मैं भी एक बार करता हूँ, एक महीना किया छोड़ दिया सब कुछ. That is so wrong. So you have to
Yeah,
pursue.
because
Patience.
you can't overnight, nothing comes naturally to anybody. Sometimes it
Next
does,
is-
but you have to really do more of it.
How to deal with distraction, frustration, and stress.
Allow all positive energy within you. Don't allow that negative. This is a common problem really across the globe. I don't remember when I'm with kids ever they have seen me with a sad dumb face when I come to class. So
What
problems is a
sad
part
in
of
your life? I don't
life.
get
Life is a roller coaster. Never expect life to be a smooth one. Never that will happen. So
if life was smooth,
maybe you add your points.
if life was smooth, then it would be very boring. Really, what is like the fun in life if it is the same monotonous? And regarding frustration, stress, you need to first figure out what are you stressed about and what is the frustration about. You need to be true to yourself. Many times you feel there is frustration, but when you sit with yourself, you need to talk to yourself, shut your phone
Spend time
down,
with yourself.
talk to yourself. What is my frustration? Many times you'll discover dark things about you, that I feel frustrated because one of my friends is doing well in their life and I'm not.
Comparison is a big problem.
That sit with yourself and accept these thoughts, and once you realize that, oh shit, this is why I'm feeling frustrated, then you work on it. That okay, this person is my friend, he or she is doing well in their life, let me understand how they're doing well in their life. Talk to them about how are they doing so well in their life, and
Correct,
how can
correct.
I also do that.
Nidhi, we are left. Sorry to interrupt. We are just left with a minute. We have to wind it off. Thank you for sparing time for me. It was always like a dream come true. Like first podcast, I always wanted you to have it. Thankful to you for sparing time, and thank you all the kids. I will definitely share Nidhi probably Instagram ID with you all. You can text me. Thank you so much for everyone for joining with us. Thank you, Nidhi, once again. Chalo then.
Thank you
We'll wrap it
so
off.
much.
This is
Definitely. And out to me, and I'm open to answering any questions that you have.
yeah. I think so. There's some
Answers
audio problem.
myself,
Yeah,
then I will
fine.
connect you. Okay.
No, there's some audio problem from your end. That's fine. We are done. Thank you so much, Nidhi. This is me, Akshay Jain, signing off. That's all. We'll meet very soon with a second podcast. Bye, friends. Okay.